So we're live at Mobile World Congress and it's the end of day one. We've seen the usual flurry of device announcements here. Last night Samsung had an absolutely enormous press conference, over 2,000 people there, and they unveiled both the new Samsung Galaxy S2, a new version of their successful Galaxy S Android phone, and the new Galaxy Tab 10.1-inch tablet, which really takes the fight to Apple's iPad. We firmly believe that the tablet space is going to be all about the big consumer electronics manufacturers, and it was interesting to see that LG as well announced a product today, and they had an 8.9-inch tablet, but with the added kind of secret sauce of 3D. 3D is a big theme for LG this year. They also have the Optimus 3D, which is their new flagship Android device, which has a 3D screen which does not require glasses. They also announced a tie-up with YouTube to allow the 3D content that can be generated on that device to be uploaded directly onto the world's biggest video sharing site. The big question is, do consumers need it, or is it merely just a gimmick and a way to differentiate their devices from others? Turning to the other big news last night, that was Sony Ericsson. The widely leaked Xperia Play was announced. This is another example of people trying to differentiate their Android phones in a sea of ubiquity, all the devices starting to look the same, which has been a big problem here. Today, we also saw a flurry of other devices, the Chinese manufacturers asserting themselves, ZTE with a new Android phone, we saw Huawei with new devices and new tablets, we saw Acer with an oversized Android phone, a 4.8-inch device, which really sets a new boundary on phones and probably getting towards the edge of what we think will be acceptable to consumers. Tomorrow we have HTC, and that will be a flurry of announcements we anticipate. Finally today was rounded off with some big keynote sessions. Steve Ballmer's keynote was absolutely overrun with people trying to attend it, but they were likely disappointed. Nothing new after the announcements on Friday about Nokia. He welcomed his former employee Stephen Elop onto the stage and tried to give Nokia some support based on a lot of the negative reaction they've had to the announcement. And the day was wrapped up by Dick Costello, the CEO of Twitter, who also did a keynote and reinforced the fact that mobile is a key channel for Twitter, with 40% of their users using mobile devices and 50% of users using both mobile and PC to regularly access the social blogging site.